Blessings and greetings in the love and in the light. Welcome to the Law of One study channel. I am Robert, your humble host. I would like to speak with you about wanderers. The clearest definition of a wanderer comes from the pages of the Law of One, Book 1. Questioner: who are wanderers? Where do they come from? I am Ra. Imagine, if you will, the sands of your shores. As countless as the grains of sand are the sources of intelligent infinity. When a social memory complex has achieved its complete understanding of its desire, it may conclude that its desire is service to others, with the distortion towards reaching their hand, figuratively, to any entities who call for aid. These entities, whom you may call the brothers and sisters of sorrow, move towards this calling of sorrow. These entities are from all reaches of the infinite creation and are bound together by the desire to serve in this direction. Questioner: how many of them are incarnate on earth now? I am Ra. The number is approximate due to an heavy influx of those birthed at this time due to an intensive need to lighten the planetary vibration and thus aid in harvest. The number approaches 65 million. This quote is from 1981, so we can imagine 40 years later that the number of wanderers is significantly more. Questioner: are most of these from the fourth density, or what density do they come from? I am Ra. Few there are of fourth density. The largest number of wanderers, as you call them, are of the sixth density. The desire to serve must be distorted towards a great deal of purity of mind and what you call foolhardiness or bravery. The Confederation of Planets in the Service of the Infinite Creator is a title that entities contacting LL Research Group have long used as an identification and description of themselves. Those of Ra are allegedly from within the sixth density of our creation. Earth is moving at this time from third to fourth density, so these Confederation sources are ahead of our evolutionary position by 2 or 3 cycles of growth. Those of QO are a principle made up of several groups, entities within the Confederation, including those of 6th density Ra, 5th density Latwi, and 4th density sources such as Oxel and Hatan. The QO principle was set up by the sources involved in order to speak with our group after Don Elkins died, and direct contact with those of Ra became impractical and unsafe for LL Research to do. This QO source describes the situation we are currently experiencing on planet Earth. Now, at this particular time, many who call themselves wanderers are awakening to their spiritual identity. As the awakening occurs, there arises within the seeker a great hunger to know more, to find ways to serve, to become comfortable with this state of consciousness that is so completely different from that round of work and play that is not reflected upon. The routines may be precisely the same, but the viewpoint has changed. And once awakened, the seeker cannot return to sleep, but must live awake within the incarnation. Please note that the QO group does not define wanderers as ETs on Earth, but as those awakening to their true identity as spiritual beings. This sleep that the QO describe is simply the state of living as a person in a culture, living up to the behavioral standards of consensus reality. In that sleep, it appears that the physical world is all that is real, and the goals of the worldly personality, such as ambitions in careers and marriage, the gaining of happiness through money, power and influence, and simply being well liked and fitting in, are the goals worthy of pursuit. Whether we have awakened from that consensus reality in a way that makes us feel we are new to this planet, or one that casts our situation in the wandering pilgrim's patterns of religion, myth, or philosophy, the simple solution is that we have awakened, and we will not be able to go back to that cozy nest we may have enjoyed prior to awakening. We are now on a journey that will last throughout our present incarnation. This journey is one which is taken not in the physical world primarily, but in the metaphysical world. There is a shifting of universes that is profound. Those of Ra describe it as shifting to time-space, or metaphysical coordinates from space-time, or physical coordinates. Whatever the physical wandering we may do, it is the metaphysical journey that needs attention. Since the discomforts of this journey can only make sense and lend themselves to being worked with and ameliorated from that stance within the metaphysical reality we have now awakened to face. Here, QO describes this situation. When the term wanderer is used, the basic meaning of this word is of one who is traveling without reference to a specific goal or destination. There is implicit in this term a feeling or an emotional, mental mindset of aloneness, restlessness, shared solitude, and indifferent scenery. The winds blow cold and harshly for the wanderer. The sun beats down mercilessly. Few there are who use that term, who feel that it is desirable to be a wandering spirit. All of the third density instinct is towards putting down the roots, securing the home, and protecting the home and family. The wanderer is uprooted when gazed at in the cultural context that you enjoy upon your sphere. Therefore, it is natural that this term be chosen as descriptive of those who have come into the earth sphere of influence and incarnated to become as one with all citizens of your earth. But you may ask, if this journey is so difficult, Why did we ever undertake it? Those of QO say this: you are here to bring light to a dark world. It is as simple as that. The purpose for which wanderers incarnated is all one: to love, and to love, and to love, and to love. You will be hurt, broken, humiliated, and defeated in the course of a life in faith. It runs directly counter to the culture in which you live, to do things for an ideal reason, to focus upon the Creator, which is unseen, rather than all the phenomena, all of the gadgetry, all of the amusements that are so delightful upon the surface of life in your density. Be aware that even in those situations you may choose to be of service by moving constantly in an awareness of the love and the light of the one infinite Creator. But also, and most of all, be aware, we ask each, that non-dramatic service is as vital as dramatic service. Just as the mouth of an entity speaks many things, but would not be able to function without each and every other organ of the physical vehicle, which must be kept in some sort of balance, in order that one may manifest any gifts whatsoever. Blessing, my sisters and brothers, and thank you for joining me once again. I am Robert, your humble narrator. Peace be with you and blessings. Adonai, I love you.